Congratulations, Cecily and Chris.
I met Seciley in middle school. We went to Bodie together, so I've known her for about 16 years. Really long time.
There you go. How did you guys become friends? Why did you become friends with Seciley?
Mostly because we have the same personality. We like to laugh and be silly, and we're kind of mean, so we like to, laugh at people. So we had a lot of things in common.
Nice.
Honestly, anytime me and Seciley are together, we always laugh. Like crying, laughing on the floor. We have lots of memories. Okay, so Seciley has an Uncle Chris, who we always make fun of, but we love him. We love you, Chris. And so one night, me and Seciley, we've been drinking, and we always would stay up and spend the night at our grandparents' house. And so we were upstairs, and I was trying to call this boy that I met. And so I accidentally called her Uncle Chris. And I'm like, hey, call me back. We met at such and such. Well, it's actually her Uncle Chris, so he calls back and he's like, Sabrina, call me back. And so he thought that some random girl was calling him. So me and Cecily laughed and we're like, oh my God, we're going to pee our pants. We probably laid there for 2 hours just laughing hysterically. And looking back now, we're probably like, it wasn't so funny, but we just always laugh. Always have a good time. I don't really know Chris that well. I know he makes her happy. I know that they get each other. They do stuff together that they like build tents and watch Disney movies, and they like to go and have dinner in little small towns. But if he makes her happy, then he's okay with me. I love you, Cecily Morgan. Congratulations. Mwah!
Congrats, Cecily and Chris. Love you.
Oh, she's just great. She's the best person I've ever met. She took care of me all throughout high school. That was nice. I'd probably be in jail quite a few times if it weren't for her. She's like a motherly figure. Congrats, guys. I love you both.
She's a little bit annoying, but she's very loving.
How'd you guys meet?
We met in 7th grade, and the way I met Seciley was because I was sitting at a table, really innocent in 7th grade, and the kids were making fun of me because I'm getting emotional about this, but because it sounds like I'm sleeping whenever I'm awake, And so they're all making fun of me, and I can hear it. And Seciley is at the other end of the table, and her words are like, you guys, stop saying that. Like, she's just sticking up for me. She has no idea who I am at all. It was like the second day of school, and ever since then, we've just been friends. That made me a little bit emotional, sorry.
What are they like together? What's a typical day hanging out with them?
Whiskey. Start there. Whiskey, dogs, fighting about team sports like football or something like that. I don't know. My advice for you, Seciley, is to just have as much fun as you can. Don't stress. We'll make sure you have a good time. Congratulations, Chris and Seciley. I love you.
Seciley, she's so energetic. She's the life of the party. Okay, it was like my first time drinking, and she just got her condo, and she was just getting in, and they were having this party time, and she's just so funny because every time she gets drunk, she just passes out. And she was at the top of the stairs, and she just goes, and she fell down. It was just great. And she got up, and she was just, I'm fine, guys. It's okay. And we just kept partying. It was a lot of fun. So.
What's going to make her a good wife?
Everything about her. She takes care of everyone and herself. So Chris is just like, she wants him. So she got herself, but Chris is just there because she wants him there, so she'll be great. Congratulations, Seciley. I love you. You're like a big sister to me.
We're the flower girls, so we'll be throwing the petals in the path that Seciley will be walking.
So, what do you think about Cecily's dress?
It's really pretty.
It's really cute and diamondy, and it looks like her.
I like the laces on the top. Yeah, we were ice skating, and he's had a couple beers before he started, and we were ice skating next to each other, and all of a sudden he just fell, and I was wondering why he fell. I was just looking at him, and he's like, can I have help? So I helped him up, and then once when he got back on his feet, he fell down again, and I was like, Dad, I need some help. She makes a lot of jokes.
What's a good Seciley joke? You know any good Seciley jokes that she's told you?
No, I really don't understand any of them.
Awesome. All right, do you have any good advice for them? What's how are they gonna have a happy marriage? What should they do?
Don't get in fights over stupid things, because my parents do that a lot, and then it like becomes really big, and then everything starts happening, and then like 12 people start crying, and then the other people like leave.
Yeah, probably what she said, just don't get in fights that much.
What's your favorite thing about the wedding so far?
Probably us getting Probably us getting ready and just watching them. Getting ready with other people, it's kind of funny because like some of them, it's all crowded, so it's just funny.
Mine is hanging out with all the people that I haven't seen in a long time.
Oh, I'm supposed to say, just hope you guys, wish you the best, love you very much, and may God bless your journey together.
All right, well, tell me, what was Seciley like growing up? What was she like as a kid?
She was outgoing, rambunctious, and not shy of anything.
So what about Chris? Have you gotten to kind of get to know him a little bit? Why is she going to be a good match for him or her for him?
Well, because wants to go, and he's just kind of laid back. So it'll keep her tame a little bit.
Nice.
Well, my son is a very wonderful young man that loves the Lord and is full of love for others. Very kind and gentle, loyal and honest, and we just want to say how proud I am of you. And as we've shared, how much we pray that the Lord blesses this time together, that you this day is everything you dreamed it would be. It certainly is for your family. We're so proud of the choice that you made and the choice that the Lord has brought together with you to share the rest of your life with. We pray that the Lord remains the center of your relationship and your marriage, your family, and the future, and that you rely on Him for all that's in store for you in the future. We look forward to sharing lots of wonderful years of love and joy together. Bless this day tremendously. Love you.
Well, like his mother said, he's just amazing young man. Chris, I love you. I just can't believe how I was blessed to marry his father, and that his mother, Denise, that was just here, was so gracious always to allow me to and accept me as mom number 2, and just to help thankfully not have to discipline that was taken over by the rest, and I just got to love on you. And Chris was just always fun and just a crazy all over that, bouncing all over the house kind of kid, but just full of love and energy, and came to know the Lord early, in our church, and so he's just always been such, along with all 3 of them, such a great blessing, and he's stayed fun and crazy, and found a great gal in Seciley. So we just thank the Lord for him. We thank Denise and Mark and my husband for sharing you, honey, and we love you and always will, and pray for you, and just we just have I don't know, what else do I say?
I got one question for you real quick. So about Seciley, why is she a good match for Chris? Like, why are they going to be good together?
Well, I think mainly because, like what Denise said, is that, and I'm sure all of the families thought that from the moment we met her, I just felt that she was the match made by the Lord, and they've always seemed so right for each other, and just like her dad said a little while ago, that in our prayer, that he knew, I think, when he first, just like I did too, and I think my husband knew too, that she just seemed like part of the family immediately. She fit in, and she's just a beautiful young woman, and we just think that it's all really truly because the Lord brought them together. It wasn't a mistake.
Cool. So what was it about? What did you think that this guy might actually be be the one? What was it about him?
No, I can't really put anything specific on it. I just knew.
Did you guys have any really fun dates that you remember?
I mean, we always have fun dates, but I guess my favorite thing, we always just drive around. That's always my favorite date, riding and just riding.
Cool. So, how did he propose? What was the proposal story? Did he take you somewhere special? Did he get down on one knee? What happened? Give me the whole story.
He knows that I like to go to the plaza for the lighting every year. That's like a big deal to me. And so he planned it with the moms and everybody, and planned on taking me to the lights and waiting for them to light, but it just happened to be like freezing rain the whole evening. So he proposed to me in our hotel room and asked me, well, how do you put it? Would you mind terribly spending the rest of your life with me? That's what it was. I think Chris will be a great husband. I don't think, anything will be different than it is now, but I know for sure it's going to be for a lifetime.
Well,
that's my best friend.
Anything you want to say to him before you come down the aisle?
I love you. Try not to cry. And I'll see you in a little bit.
Dad, can you believe it's been 26 years and today I'm getting married? Really? I wanted to make sure I wrote you a letter before all of the events to tell you how much I love you. We haven't had the normal father-daughter family relationship, but that has never mattered. Who does anymore anyway? We shared so many good times, bad times, memories, and adventures, and now here we are. With that being said, I love you to the moon. You'll always be my daddy, and I will always be your baby. Sugar Bear, that's what I used to call him. See you at the first look. Love, Mo. Nickname. Go ahead.
Nice. Not turkey, you're just yelling.
Like I said, Grandpa, you old good. Oh, no, it's Papa. That's my sweetheart. Can you believe the day is finally here? I'm glad you approved of Chris. Since the day I was born, you have been my hero, my light in a dark place, my shoulder to cry on. I'm going to cry.
She was kind of planning on it.
Oh, she was my baby, my partner, my least something friend.
Probably best friend.
Tell her to write plainer next time.
I know, I told her. I actually did tell her that.
My biggest supporter, my protector, and the man I love more than anything in the world. Today, you give your blessing in handing all of those responsibilities to Chris. I know it may be the hard, but I also want you to know how much I love and appreciate you, how very much you mean to me, and most importantly, that I will always be your biggest fan and your little sweetie heart. I love you to the moon and back. Thank you for making me who I am. What do you say to that?
Amen to that.
Yeah. I met Chris behind a dumpster at my house.
Well, we used to have quite the following on MySpace, and
We did karaoke.
we had a lot of followers, and
About 350.
after we built a pretty solid pyramid and feeling good, we'd all sing some karaoke songs together, and
Keck would be the first one to pass out.
and there's that song by Phil Collins.
I can feel it in the night.
In the air tonight? Yep, that one. And he somehow passed out a little early on us one night, and we proceeded to have some beers and
beat the living shit out of him.
When the drop happened, he got dropped, and it was absolutely hilarious. And
then he moved the camera and ruined it for everyone that was following us.
And he made it inappropriate real quick.
Real quick. Like, my wife was really mad about it because we had such a great following.
And I don't think he ever will think of Phil Collins the same way.
No, I think we should play it tonight and beat the shit out of him again.
It might have to happen. You know.
Yeah.
You gotta fight all your good friends.
Yeah.
So is the YouTube channel still up then, or did it get taken down?
We don't know because we forgot our passwords.
Convenient. MySpace anymore.
We got denied, I guess.
Very nice, very nice.
Chris, we really hope that you and Cecily keep your Facebook open so we can still follow what you guys are doing.
You live out here in this weird place, Missouri, and
sticks.
so much wooded areas. And,
We're not used to this.
You know, altitude's weird. It's humid out here, so you probably want to come back to Colorado at some point.
Yeah, this is not the place for you, Chris.
You know, don't forget us. You need to be in the mountains.
Yeah.
And
you guys don't have a lot of gas stations because of the forest.
But you can get shooters there, so you know there's ups and downs.
Also, don't have kids for a long time because they really ruin your life. You won't have a life. But I mean, if that's the life you want to live, like me, good luck.
Yeah, look how happy he is with all those kids.
It'll suck the life out of you.
What you gotta say, Vic?
Everything you guys said is good.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
No kids.
No kids.
We're still mad about Greenlight, Operation Greenlight.
Switch to Operation Yellow Light now.
We're gonna load your Facebook full of porn.
You just wait for it.
It's over.
It's over.
So many news.
Your account's gonna get canceled from all the porn on it.
Just because you would let us do Operation Greenlight.
Cool. So, just wait for it. It's gonna be a fun week.
Congratulations, guys.
Congrats.
Congrats again. Congrats. Oh God.
Congratulations, guys. Hope you have a great time in the forest.
Congrats. Love you both. Keep it to the woods areas.
Figure out how to get a place
in the sticks.
Okay, bye.
Don't say your part.
Congrats.
You know, I met him street racing back in the day. He had this stupid Mitsubishi or Eagle Talon or something like that.
It was an Eagle Talon. Horrible.
One of those DSMs. When I first met the guy, I thought he was a real jackwagon. Didn't like him. Then we became really good friends. He's the best man at my wedding. Really good roommate.
Really?
Somewhat of a decent human being.
You left in the middle of the night.
It was pretty arranged though. And there, he had a fill-in. He just had Brant step right into his life. Took his job, his room, his furniture.
He left all the furniture at my house.
Yeah, he did too.
Just gone.
You don't have good furniture, you don't need to take it.
Still have it.
See. I've known Chris for most of my life now, technically. We met sophomore year of high school, I think. Yeah. Just kind of hit it off as soon as we met each other. Always getting in trouble and doing stuff together, and I don't know. Living life. He's a good guy, so definitely be the best man, of course.
We're gonna have to do that take again.
All right, me and Chris have been friends since sophomore year in high school. I believe we had like math class, maybe.
Yeah, I remember math.
Yeah.
You actually went to school?
Yeah, when we were going to school, it's a very good point.
A couple times.
Showed up every once in a while.
Just hit it off right away, man. We've been great friends. Been through a lot of stuff together. There's not a whole lot I wouldn't do for Chris. He's a brother to me for sure. So that's really all I gotta say.
Well, I'm Chris's brother, so I met him roughly March 18th, 1987.
Instant friends or enemies?
We were both friends and enemies growing up.
Very nice.
I might be the only groomsman that didn't actually fist fight, Chris.
Seriously?
I don't know how that didn't happen.
Yeah, it might have helped.
So I happened to be home when Chris met Seciley, and so I met her pretty early on. But she's awesome, and it's been good getting to know her, and I'm happy for him.
So the first time I met Chris was my freshman year in high school. It was on the school bus.
You just want like a pull cord.
And I didn't like him at all.
Okay, well you...
and we fought. It wasn't really much of a fight. I missed my first punch, and Chris proceeded to pummel the back of my head. Afterwards, though,
Carolina, I think it is.
we did become pretty good friends. I mean, I'm here
Just do like
in his wedding.
or something. Thank you.
That's about it. I mean, we have gotten lots of trouble through the years. It's right. I mean,
Nothing serious.
Nothing too bad. No one's been arrested, so
That's a good thing.
You really do fight all your friends.
yeah, he does.
I never really put it all together.
But anyways, just stick together and just remember that things are always going to be changing, and just love each other, and your family's there to help you out. But we're excited for you, and hope you guys have a long life together.
You know, what I do know is that you guys do love each other very much. You're both very compassionate and good people, and I guarantee you guys will be very happy together. So, yeah.
If I could give one piece of advice to you guys, Chris, you finally found like a good woman after all the rejects. Honesty and trust. Like, you gotta be able to trust each other and just be honest. It's the best way to good relationship.
I think everyone pretty much covered it. I just wish you two a long life together and happiness, and love you both, and be awesome growing together and seeing everything, and I don't know.
Don't forget, happy wife, happy life.
That's right.
But Mama's happy, everybody's happy.
Yes.
Very beginning, when he was born, it was a C-section. I got to be in the room when he was born, and he came out and he just peed a stream right out. And another funny story is when we were sitting as a family, just sitting there watching Harry and the Hendersons. And there's this one scene where Harry was on top of the hood of the car, not the hood, but the roof of the car, and he came down on the windshield, and Chris was watching, and he just got so scared, he just backed up, and it was so funny, we were just cracking up. And we just had some good times camping every once in a while, and one time we were camping, we went up and to set up the tent, wind came along, busted the tent poles, so we had to sleep in the back of the Bronco, and woke up with all this water dripping on us.
He was a good kid. We got along well. Kind of tortured my dogs a little bit, but we won't go into the details of that whole thing. But he was a good kid. We've grown to love each other over the course of time, and I just hope that him and Seciley have a wonderful marriage.
I second exactly what Mark said, and I'm sure they'll be great together, and I just want them to know that to keep Christ the center of their marriage, and things will be working out for them, and just learn how to argue with each other, and just love one another, and put Christ first. So that'd be good.
Amen.
You know, she's just always been free-spirited, strong. I'd say really strong-minded. But probably, I would say the most loyal person that I know. Shit.
Dude, it happens, man.
Funny part is I didn't even think I would cry. But if I could tell Chris one thing, it would probably be love her like there's no tomorrow and don't let her go. And if you do that, love her every day, let her know it every day. You got the kind of person that will be there forever. And like I said, I didn't plan on crying because I'm really happy that the two of them are getting married. The funny part is when I met Chris, Seciley definitely wasn't looking to get married. I knew when I met the guy. Little girl was my best friend. When she told me they were getting married, I asked her why, and she said, because he's my best friend, Danny. And for me, how cool is that? To lose my best friend and have her marry her best friend. So it's absolutely beautiful. And Chris, don't ever forget that, because she really loves you. And I know she's going to do a lot better in marriage than I did. And so I wish them both the best. And I expect them to be together 50 years from now. And that's special. And I really do think they have that kind of unique relationship that's going to be permanent. Pretty funny story. When she was probably 7 years old, my mom and dad are very protective of her, and I actually took her to Worlds of Fun, and they didn't want me to take her on any roller coasters. And so Seciley was scared to death, started crying, wouldn't get on the roller coaster. And I grabbed her by the arm and said, "Get your ass on the roller coaster now, get in line now." And the lady next to me looked at me like I was an abusive demon. And Seciley was crying, got on the roller coaster. It was the Mamba at Worlds of Fun. And I told her, "You're not going to live in fear. Get on here and ride it." And she rode it 7 times. And that's kind of the way she's lived her life from that point on. She's full of life, laughs a lot, and lives it to its fullest. And she's an absolute rebel. But yeah, she's just a lot of fun. I think Chris is aware of that. I got a lot of stories, but probably not good to share on the video. She's a wild child, but a beautiful spirit. I hope to have a blast the Virgin Islands. I think it's really cool that they're going and getting away from everybody. I think it's cool that they have a lot of friends, a lot of family, and I think this is the perfect venue. But I think it's a smart move to just get away from everybody and start your life off, start the rest of your life off in a perfect way. And I couldn't think of a better way. I think it was, they took their time at the wedding, they planned it just right, and I think it's going to be a perfect day. I wish them the best, and I love them both.
So tell me a little about the first time you met Seciley.
Well, believe it or not, we actually met on Tinder. We were not taking the site very seriously at all, and ended up hanging out, and you know, got lucky enough to become a little bit of friends first before lovers, and just progressed from there. And it progressed really fast, which neither of us have really done before. We usually kind of take our time, and I mean, she moved in after 6 months. We were engaged after a year, and now we're here. When we first started hanging out, it was literally just, it was winter, and we were hanging out with her roommate and his dog, or over at my house with Kurt, and we were just being sweatpants, watching TV together and having some drinks, whatever, and then we started, you know, started taking her out on dates. But yeah, I mean, we don't really do a whole lot. We just like taking each other out and hanging out with our dogs. So we're pretty low key, laid back. She wants kids. I'm sure kids will happen at some point, and we just want to, like, as you could guess, we just want to get some peace and quiet. So we want to get some property out here somewhere. It's nice and cheap out here, and you know, get a small house and dogs and horses and cars and motorcycles, and just enjoying life together, working and playing.
Very nice.
I would I don't know, I would just like to let her know how excited I am to be her husband, and that I'm going to mean every word that I say up there, and I just can't wait to marry him. I'm getting pretty jittery and pretty excited to get out there, so can't wait for it to be over. As I'm sure you know, I'm not too excited about all the theatrics, but can't wait to marry you, baby.
Who's this to?
This is to all of you guys.
From the boys?
From Seciley.
From Seciley.
To the boys.
Yeah, she wrote this before we all came out this week. She didn't know about Operation Greenlight.
Boys, hey, you big group of jackasses. I'm sure you were all a little buzzed already. I just wanted to take a second to thank you for being the best friends to Chris, to putting aside everything for our big day, and for being your goofball selves. I love you. See you soon.
Nick, are you crying? Says Curtis, hey buddy, I wanted to make sure I wrote you a personal letter just because you're that special. Most importantly, thank you for being one of the true good friends Chris really has. You are the best. Thank you for always having his back, his best interests at heart, and always sticking by him. Lastly, thanks for also being a great friend to me and for seeing you. Wait. For being you, sorry. You are the absolute best, Babadook, and I love you. See you soon, Cecil.
Awesome.
You have always felt like family to me. We just get each other. Lucky me, I get to call you forever now. Thank you for helping to make Chris who he is, being so wonderful to Mama Chris, and making me always feel so welcome. I'm so happy to have someone to add to my family who understands my bluntness, if that's even a word, and I could not be more lucky than to call you my father-in-law. You are sweeter than you think. I love you. Hearts, Seciley.
Herb and Marlies, the day is finally here. I just wanted to make sure to tell you, the two of you, how much I appreciate you. Herb, thank you so much for my soulmate. To the both of you, thank you for all of your love and support. I am so excited, and it makes my heart so full to add you both as my in-laws and family. You already mean the world to me. Can't wait to make a million more memories. Let's turn me into a Keck. Love you both so much, Seciley.
This is mine. Hi, baby. I'm sure you're looking super handsome in your tux right about now. We finally made it. I've been lucky enough to spend a year as your girlfriend, a year and a half as your fiance, and now forever as your wife. As we go into today, I just want to make sure how much I love you. You're my rock, my best friend, the only person who can put a smile on my face in moments when it seems impossible, and truly my other half. I will stop being sappy and just leave you with this. I can't promise that I will love you as much as I do today, tomorrow, but I can promise to love you more. You are my world, my everything, and I can't wait to be your wife. The last time I'll get to sign your almost wife. I love you. See you soon.
Beautiful.
It's a keeper.
It's a keeper.